In terms of our aspirations for storms, like we always wanted them to be something that a crew can kind of look at. It's a big physical thing in the world. You can look at it, you can understand where it is, how big it is, you can see it moving, and you can have a look as a crew and you can decide, do we want to go through this or do we want to go around it? So we needed it to feel like really foreboding, to give you that sense of whether you want to go through it or not, but at the same time we wanted it to be exciting and exhilarating.
And because the system that we've gone with, like the storm cloud and the whole thing, it's really trying to sell this idea of vulnerability and exposure, and that kind of goes beyond just sort of the visual of it's dark and there's big waves, but it's also all this kind of spray flying at you, flying off the waves, this wind which is constantly blowing at you, and you can actually see the wind affecting the direction of the rain.
The sea's raging and they need to kind of battle to get through it. So we made the waves a lot bigger, didn't we, in the storm, so you get that real sense of kind of like riding up the waves and crashing down the waves. But we also wanted to make the way that the ship handled different inside the storm. So the currents of the storm will drag the wheel around like by itself. So if you don't have somebody standing on the wheel continually fighting it, you'll kind of drift off and not be able to go where you want to go.
And even if you are there steering the wheel, you really have to fight. It's very difficult to go the direction you want to go.
And we added in the ability to have the deck actually get wet as well as part of this, didn't we? So the waves are coming over, but the deck actually gets wetter, and then it'll start to drip below decks.
I don't know how many people are going to notice this, but it's actually a proper fluid simulation of water kind of seeping through all the planks on the deck.
You also get a very slow amount of water just filling up. So after you came out of the storm, there's a little bit of cleanup. You'll have a couple of buckets of water that you'll need to bail out.
Even at the bottom of the ship, you're not going to feel safe. You can feel it rocking around, and all this water sloshing around.
And you can hear it still as well.
Yeah,
you can hear
it still as well. You have all the wind and the rain. It's really kind of oppressive atmosphere. From the tech art side, we've always known that was like a major milestone we were going to hit. So we've had a lot of the supporting features slowly added in over the course of development. Like the rain system was one of the very, very first things that we had the rendering team add to the Unreal Engine. And we've obviously had the whole cloud system with the clouds moving around the world, and there were things we'd added to that. Like,
we built that in a way of knowing, didn't we, that we were going to want storms at some point in the future.
Like we had the idea of pressure zones, which would allow you to congregate clouds in a specific area, but also to push them out and create openings within the cloud cover. So it really looks churning and angry and just tumultuous. It really looks so different from when you're just out in the
It does. You can tell straight away, can't you, that you're in a storm. There's no doubt about it.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.